Hello again. Now today we're going to look at our number one car. It's a Citroen Grand Picasso. I really like this car. It drives beautifully and very comfortable. We bought it 2.5 years ago, second hand. We waited for it because the garage chap said he could get one with one owner, and it's lovely. It's like new inside. So problem with the air suspension at the back. So a lot of Picasso owners will know all about this. It's a fairly common problem. Because it's been stood a long time, I honestly believe a lot of the problem is the fact that it hasn't been used a lot. So we were going to pick Helena up from the airport the other day, so I thought I'd better have a look at it, and this is the video I made of that. It hasn't quite cured the problem, but we'll tell you more about it at the end. So it's a look at a suspension problem on a Grand Picasso, Keith's Garage. I hope you enjoy the video. Hi, now we're going to try and have a look at this car. This is the number one car. It's a Grand Picasso. Let's open the doors. One, two. Let's get some light in. Okay, now it keeps showing on the dashboard that there's the suspension's faulty. It's air suspension at the back. Has a little pump. Now it's had a new pump on. Well, maybe it's 18 months ago now, but what happens is it goes down. If it's up at the moment, but it can go down. There's supposed to be a gadget in here. Here, look, that lowers and rise, so it should go down. So that didn't work. Let's press it going up. No. Oh, it is going down. Oh, it's going down. It is going down. Oh, it is going down. I can feel it. Well, we want to pump it up, so let's have the... We'll shut the door. I'm going to start the engine now because we're going to look underneath. So let's strike him up. Now it says in the handbook that it won't work with the doors open. So I'll close the door. Oh, listen. Aha, that's hopeful. Now that's the pump working, pumping the suspension up to normal. Can you hear it? Jolly good. Ignition. Press pedal. Starting, okay. But yeah, 11:23. Soon be lunchtime. Right, you can hear it now. Now then, that thing there says that you mustn't go very fast because the suspension is too low. Right, it's gone again. That means it's pumping up. Now I'm just going to have a look underneath just to see if there's anything, any wires half hanging off or anything, a pipe half hanging out or a broken pipe or anything stupid to because we're going off to pick up Helen from the airport on Friday. Today, as you can see, is Wednesday. No good if these videos are going to sit there for ages on the YouTube. And Mongo's going with us. Big demand. He wants to go. Hope it's not too hot. And she wants to see him. And he was in this car. He's chosen this as his car now because it's got a bigger boot, as you can see. So we'll... seems happy at the moment. I'm going to go and find some bits and bobs to jack it up with. Handbrake still on. Now, here are the ramps that I made for jacking cars up on. The two end, those are the two full length ones. There's two full length ones. I'll do a video on this. There's actually a video a chap's done on YouTube. It's brilliant. I just copied his ideas, and the whole thing is a marvellous idea. So I'm going to go and assemble the bits we need. Back in a minute. Now let's see what we've got. Car's in reverse. It's an auto gearbox. Should be right for a minute. Now we've got some ramps. This is the gear we used for the Catrail when we looked under there when the hooter wasn't working. This is the front part of those car ramps. The stalk is for when you're driving on to guide you so you don't drive off. We're using it for the back at the moment. Looks pretty much in line there. A little more like that. Let's have a look at this side. We just want to get onto the ramps actually, so it's steady and I can get underneath. Okay, little look round before I clamber underneath. So you can see it's up on the car ramp at the back. It's secure. It's only going to roll forward anyway, but it's secure. I'll do a video on these things. I can thoroughly recommend these ramps. They're made out of, well, it was scrap timber to me, but you can buy the timber easily enough. Very solid. They've got supports inside. They're in 3 parts actually. There's 2 end pieces. These are the front pieces, and then the middle pieces go in the middle, and then there's another piece like that goes at the other end. And then when you've got the whole thing up, 4 wheels on the wooden ramps, you can take whatever you want away. You can take the middle ones out. You take a middle one out and get underneath that way, or you can get underneath this way as we're going to go now. I've got a toolkit. We'll get a bit closer. I've got a light. I've got a dog helping. Good old Mongo. This is his car, he's decided now, as I told you. Tools handy, so I don't have to... I don't want to be getting up and down too often. Take the camera with me. Now we're underneath. What have we got here? This is it. Inside that box. I knock this off. See this thing here? I knock that off because in the garage it was parked up, and to stop it going too far I just had a piece of wood across under the wheels, and of course the suspension sat itself down, didn't it, on that piece of wood, and this sat on it, and would it hell jack itself up? As it drew forward a little bit, it ripped that off. The pump's inside there. This is the air suspension here, look. That looks in pretty good nick, that side. Ah, that's interesting. That bit should be, can you see, that should be clipped on there. There's a clip there. There's a clip round the back. No, that isn't on either. Right. We'll just have a look at that. I'm going to put you down a minute and have a fiddle around with that. Can you see what I'm doing? No. Ah. There we are. Well, that's on. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Well, that was easy enough. You know, funny things like that, you never know, do you? Could cause a problem. Right. Because there's all kinds of sensors and things. I don't understand half these things. Let's have a look. That's clipped on there. It's just a cover, isn't it? And it goes all the way along here, look. But I bet there's a little sensor in there somewhere. When they've got sensors on brake shoes, haven't they now? They never used to have those. Sensors on brake shoes. That's alright. That shock absorber looks interesting. Good underneath, isn't it? It's, I don't know, 17 years old. It's 2007, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 20, 23. Yeah, 15 and 16 years old. Good underneath, isn't it? Damn good. You can't see. I'm looking underneath and you're not looking underneath here. It's pretty good underneath. That's that shock absorber. Look at the electrics under here. Bloody hell. That looks interesting, whatever it is. A cable attached to a Jiminy thing. There. Oh, it is a cable. It comes up here. I'm looking for a loose cable. Anything that could cause this, and that looks a little bit funny. Anything to cause it, because there's cables going from here to that control in the boot. I suppose all this is to do with the same thing. They are there. You see this here? That's what goes into this box. And it goes off, look, different directions. It goes off down there, it goes into here, goes off to the front as a... Oh, there's a connection there. Anything like that that was a bit iffy could cause a problem. Oh, that's okay. It's quite tidy under here. I'm going to turn you over and have a look underneath here, look. We're upside down now, of course. There's exhaust and... Oh my goodness, look at those, that's catalytic, what's it called? It's a big exhaust, isn't it? The size of it coming up here. It's a 2-litre engine. But it is smart under there. Yes. And I suppose that's handbrake. Electric handbrake, it comes off. Yes. Right. We'll go around the other side. Now, I'm going to take this cover off. We're a bit close to it. This is the cover over the electric pump. It's got a couple of 3 screws holding it in. You can see that one there, look. That screw there, and there's 3 like that. But in here, look, you see there, that hole, I snapped that thing off. What does it look like in there? Well, to me, it looks like a wasp nest. Doesn't it? I think we better have a look at that. Well, I've got the cover off. It's all nice and clean under here, look. A bit out of focus. A bit too near, aren't we? Turn him round. It's quite new. I mean, it's probably only 18 months old. And the car hasn't done many miles since it was fitted. Everything looks nice and tight. See these little tiny pipes here, look. Where's my fingers? Tiny little pipes, look. That's an air pipe. Off it goes over there, along there, to that air thing. Look, rubber air thing. And then the other one is there, and it goes the other way, look, to the other side. Tiny little air pipes now. They look alright. Got some black coating on them. Right, we've got the cover here. I'm going to just get out from under the car and I'll show you what the cover's like. Can you see it? I'm sure that's a wasp's nest. I suppose it could be the inside of that padding. Just prod it with a screwdriver. Oh, it's alright. It isn't a wasp nest. It's padding. It's the inside of the padding. It looks like a wasp nest. Now I've got the thing that goes over there though. I'm going to glue him, put him back, and then, you know, wasps and insects, well, around here they do, they find little holes like that, and if the car doesn't go out for a week or 10 days, they'll be in there. There we are. There's a little bit that fits in the hole. So I'm going to get something just to pop in there. I'm going to use some no-nails. Now I found there was another cover over this, a big boxy thing, which hung down quite low, protecting it. That's what came off when I landed on the wood. So it has double protection. Anyway, I've learnt that. So I'm going to get some no-nails for that. Now, I need some no-nails for something else. Now, if any of you have ever ventured into the realm of solar panel energy, okay, then we did several years ago. I wouldn't say we got conned, but we were sold a system, expensive. I mean, there's 24 panels here on this roof, and before the firm went out of business, because as firms do nowadays, the firm that installed it went out of business. Before they did, several of these white panels failed. The box failed, control box there, look. And so they replaced the panels free of charge. Well, firm's gone out of business now, and now and again the boxes come off like that. Do you see? The adhesive has given way, and I've got two like that. I've repaired several. There's one over there, look, I've repaired. You can see with some tape still on it, because I've stuck it up while the glue held. Anyway, this one, I'm going to use some no-nails, and then a piece of wood to hold it up. And I've got another one down here. I'll show you. We'll go down the... Oops. Now, these have been... I mean, they produce electricity fine. The controls are all there. And it's contracted. You have to make a decision. Are you going to use it yourself? Which costs another fortune to install batteries and controls and things. There's one I've repaired, look. And or are you going to sell the electricity to electricity companies? So we decided to sell it, and it's contracted to EDF. That's what I'm going to repair now. And they pay us once a year. Now they tell you that it pays for itself and da-da-da-da-da, but it doesn't, you know. No way. I think this cost over, I won't go exact, well over €20,000. And we paid for it in instalments over 8 years, so it's paid for. And then we worked out once it's paid for, it would take another 15 years to get your money back. So all in all, it's a bit over 20 years to get your money back. And then after that, you're in quids in. It's earning you. But we'll see. It's been here 8 years, 9 years now, coming into its 9th year. 9th year come March. And electricity bills here are about 3,000 a year, something like that. Because it's gone up, hasn't it? And this pays about 1,500. So you could say it pays half your electric bill. But it'll never pay for itself. Not in my lifetime anyway. Well, I'm going to do these repairs, we'll show you afterwards, and glue that thing on the car so I can put it back on. Okay, the car's back in its house. The ramps are waiting to be put away, and I've put some no nails on that hole you saw and just screwed it back up again. Everything looks alright, so I think the problem is it isn't used enough. The time I've been in hospital, sort of 6 months, it didn't go out for 6 months. So I think that's probably something to do with it. The more it gets used, the better it'll be. We shall see. And then we'll do a little film about these ramps another day. Okay, that's the end of that little video. Now, we didn't find anything particularly wrong. It all looked alright underneath. So I've always been a big fan of a magazine called Car Mechanics. I've had it, it's a UK magazine. I've been taking it every month since the 1970s. I've got stacks of them, and I can refer back to all kinds of things in the magazines if I want help and tips on repairing a certain car. It's aimed at DIY motorists. It's very good. Now they're doing a series of books aimed at advice and how to do it on particular problems, and I've ordered one on suspension problems, so I'm waiting for it to come, and we'll have a look at what it says. Now I've also got a Haynes manual for this car, but the air suspension isn't covered a lot in this, so I'm going to have a look at the Car Mechanics book and then see how we go from there. So we should be following up this problem. It was a general look-see to see if there's anything obvious, and there wasn't. I had it out the other day and it still worked fine. This panel keeps coming up saying suspension faulty, but the other day it kept going fine and there's no problem at all. So we shall just see how we get on with it, and until the next time, thank you for being with us. Oh, don't forget. Now then, if you like it, give us a like, please. And if you feel like subscribing, that's even better, because it doesn't cost anything, but it helps to promote the channel. And don't forget to share with your mates. If you like it, please share it, all right? Thanks for watching.